All right, welcome back, everybody. We're out here with Dave Stahl and Clint August, the motorcycle monkey, with the 2025 Harley Davidson Road Glide. And at first blush, when I look at this, as a former Harley owner who spent days on end polishing chrome, this looks like it's easy to upkeep.
It's the bike I would get. I am not a chrome person at all. And is there a name for this bike?
Yeah, the 2025 Road Glide, and it's from Biggs Harley Davidson in San Marcos off the 78 freeway. I call it beautiful. That's what I call it. You're going to laugh at me, Dave, because I always have great things to say about all the bikes I bring in here. This is, have you ever heard me say it's the best? Never.
Every time.
No, I've said it's one of the best.
Every time.
I'm going to make a statement. This is the best, for me personally, ride I've ever had on the freeway. And I'll tell you why. The fairing is mounted to the frame instead of the forks. So when you're cutting through the wind, you don't even feel it. It's crazy what a difference that makes. Cody from Biggs told me a couple years ago, if you haven't ridden till you've ridden a Road Glide on the freeway. And I'm like, he's right. Even the Ultra Limited, as cool as it is, this I like better. The other part is when you sit on this, if you guys want to sit on it, you can, or I can. It's the height of the handlebars just below, here, I'll show you, just below my shoulders. If you look here, that is the perfect seat height for me personally. And I always talk about a 29-inch inseam, right? I have short legs. Look, I got no problem touching the ground on this bike. It's 28.3 inches off the ground.
Are they, excuse me, are they adjustable?
Well, you can, yeah, well, it depends on what mode you have it in, but yeah, it's basically you're just going to say 28.3 unless you go and dig in and start to change things. But I tell you, for me, with these floorboards, even if you have longer legs, you can move them forward and backwards.
Oh, okay.
So with longer legs like yours or Jason's, you know, you can actually move your feet up and back. If you guys want to sit on it, go for it.
Your boot right there.
Yeah, absolutely. The highway,
I love doing that.
the highway bars, yeah. But this is 838 pounds, and when you hear that, you think, oh my God, that's a heavy bike, and it is a heavy bike. But all the balancing in these newer bikes through Harley, it's done so well. This is easier at 838 pounds to pull off the kickstand for me and to turn than my 2000 Road King Classic, which is 750 pounds, almost 100 pounds lighter, because of the balancing. It's got 6 speeds. It's got a 6-gallon tank. They rated it like 44 miles per gallon, estimated. I'm thinking I'm getting between 38 and 42. But I will tell you the power in this bike, the elegance of this bike. It's got the full-on 12.3-inch TFT display on the front. And think about this. I know Dave and I, maybe you, Jason, too. Remember when we had 13-inch TVs when we were kids? How big those were to us? Yeah. This is almost that big on this bike.
It is.
All right, so what's the color? Do you know the name of it?
This is, I believe it's metallic gray. I know there's metallic in there somewhere. It is absolutely stunning. It sort of changes color throughout the different heights of the sun and how intense that is. But you've got storage up here in your fairing. You've got just a beautiful, beautiful seat. This helps your back so much when you're riding. You'd be shocked if you sat on this and took it for a spin. And
there's other things. If you'll notice, there's like a little gappy right here. That's for the backrest for the driver. Yes, and if you look at this hardware,
yep,
that's for a backrest or a touring bag for the passenger. So a lot of people look at it, and the guy's telling his wife or the wife's telling her husband, hey, I want to get that bike. Well, unless you get a backrest, I'm not interested.
Yeah, absolutely. And it would be very comfortable. You can have interchangeable types of seats and backs for whoever you're giving a ride to. It's a 117 motor, 105 horsepower, 130 foot-pounds of torque. It's got plenty of power. And this thing, I am telling you, when you are cruising it down the freeway, it's like you're on a couch.
Still air-cooled?
Yeah, air-cooled. We've got, did I give you the 6-speed transmission?
Yep.
Also the 44 miles per gallon. There's something I'm forgetting and I want to remember. Oh, yeah, Biggs Harley Davidson in San Marcos has this off the 78 freeway. About $28,000, right around that price point.
Financeable.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, you never know. There's not a lot of people like you walking around with $28K in their pocket.
Yeah, they call me Mo Duckets. That's why I'm bringing it right back to Biggs. No, let me tell you something. You need to ride this bike. Do not decide on a bike until you ride the Road Glide from Biggs.
All right. Remember the prices we used to pay for Harley Davidsons? And they finally listened to the customer. The customer said, put the fairing on the frame. And they did it. All right, folks. Stay tuned. There's a whole lot more right here at KUSI. I did your job.